Anything else you want to dish out? You happy about?
And the thing you love stabs you in the heart.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Locals Recommend. He's Gerald, I'm Hafiz, and today we are at Nanyang Technological University.
Correct. NTU. Wow, bro. I cannot remember the last time I was here.
You know
That I was an
police
NTU
officer.
student. Police officer. That I was an NTU student back then. Wow. Yeah, I graduated recently, but this place still brings back memories. Brings back memories. NTU.
I went to SIM. Oh, but the food options were there were quite bad. So the best food in SIM actually is in Ngee Ann Poly.
But pricing wise, is it Ngee Ann Poly was cheaper also?
course.
Right.
Poly is always cheaper than uni.
But then again, if you take a step back, uni
Cannot
price.
against the world.
From what I recall, the prices of food in uni is still relatively cheaper compared to like us now working adults
of
buying
course.
food from outside. So that was one of the things I missed when I was a student back in school.
But what was your favorite thing to eat here?
The food items that were most memorable in my NTU days, right, were actually the ready-to-eat food from 7-Eleven. It's just a lot of memories, like when studying and everything, then like, or in the middle of the night, got nothing to do, right? Or like feeling hungry. So we just take a walk with my roommate and then go there, buy food, or sometimes like cycle back. You know, last time they had all those like bicycle rental services and whatnot. Those were the most memorable food items. Okay, from canteen food,
terrible
okay, just to list out some options, there were like there was ayam penyet in Can 2, if I remember correctly. There's also another one called Quad Cafe, which essentially serve halal food. But then again, it's been quite a while since I was here, so I'm not too sure if the
still
food
good,
stalls are still there or if it's still good. Okay, let's go and see what they will recommend to us.
Big, huh?
Okay, Harrison and Weche, what's your favorite canteen or like what's your favorite food to buy in NTU?
There'll be Hot Hideout at Northview. Yeah,
What?
they sell mala. For the mala store, there's a soup base. Then I also kind of like spicy food.
I feel it's the Caspian Hall, the canteen, because they sell like affordable food and there's like salad store also.
Any particular halal food in NTU that you think you can recommend to us?
There's a Quad Cafe. In particular, there's one like Yong Tau Fu store. It's the dry version. I think close to like mee goreng, that kind of style.
What canteen do you like to eat at most often?
Can I? The food is actually average, but like I feel like the people there are actually like the best.
Anything particular that you like to eat there?
Their chai peng, because it's value, very cheap.
Do you have any halal food recommendations?
There is the canteen at the Quad. They have like fried yong tau fu, halal Korean food which are like quite nice. Yeah, so after once a week, right, we actually go down to the Quad to actually have Korean food. To have that bibimbap or like BBQ chicken. Yeah.
Those two dishes in particular.
Yeah.
One halal food you can try is the ayam penyet from Can 2. I think the chicken is really not bad, and also that's one of the few halal food places that I could really find.
So in Quad Cafe, what is your favorite food that you recommend to people?
Definitely the chicken banh mi. I mean, I haven't tried the other version because I can't eat beef, but I really like the chicken banh mi. A mixture of like a bit of like crunchy soft skin. It's a little bit spicy but not too spicy, and like the lime hits in a good way.
I'm pretty basic, I just eat chicken rice. I feel like it gets the job done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have gathered our dishes.
Oh, which one you want to try first? I think
These two, banh mi and the mee goreng.
mee goreng.
Mee goreng.
Mee goreng basah.
Oh.
But this is not it lah. I'm just saying.
But it's quite big as well. So like mee goreng,
goreng besar.
basah, big and wet.
Well, I got something. You shit my mucus come out.
Yeah, your nose is big and wet, bro.
Let's eat this first.
No, your nose was not big. Just your forehead.
When we ordered this, there's different levels of spiciness. Less spicy, normal, and more spicy.
Oh, damn good. Oh my god,
Yeah.
damn good.
This is so nostalgic, man. But the main difference, you wouldn't have seen any veggies inside.
Dude, the
But
sauce is damn
taste-wise,
good.
yeah. I think the spiciness level is also just nice. Not too spicy. There's a little bit of kick to it, but really props to the sauce, man. Still as good as I remember it to be.
It's not really mala. I feel like it's a Malay version of like
Stir-fried,
mee
like
goreng.
stir-fried noodle.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, broccoli in this kind of like wet noodles is a very good idea. Because like the hair of broccoli like soak up all the sauce. As in, like, I think the ingredients are quite like a mala kind of ingredients.
To clarify, this is not mala.
Yeah,
Like, even
yeah.
though the store setup and whatnot might look like a mala store-ish, yeah, the way they fry the noodles, I think the seasonings and the way it's cooked, very different. No wonder she's been around for 10 years. It's the reason why.
I don't move on. Okay, next we have the banh mi. I like all the herbs that they put inside.
I think just observing the ingredients that are inside, quite a generous amount of chicken, and then like Gerald mentioned, the different herbs, and what the girl described was correct, like crispy on the outside.
The texture of the baguette is very nice. I think it's very important for banh mi. The important thing is that it's a little bit chewy and not too tough.
Generally, I'm not a huge fan of coriander, but I can see why it is inside.
Wow.
Complements well with like the other flavors and other vegetables. I can't figure out what sauce do they use for the chicken.
Banh mi sauce.
Next time I go Subway, I ask, hello, you got banh mi sauce? Well, whatever you say is true. The bun itself is very important. This really puts the bun in... Banh mi.
Oh,
Come on, bro.
right. In Vietnam, right, when I eat the banh mi there, like their sauce is a little bit more like sweeter, a little bit more sour, a little bit more spicy. The flavors here are a little bit more muted compared to what I've eaten before in Vietnam. For me, I think it's a good introduction for people to try banh mi. But if you're looking for a very authentic experience, I don't think this is a super authentic one. Oh, thank you. Chicken rice time?
Chicken rice already. I think a lot of people can agree that it's quite a staple food as a student, possibly as an adult also. Yeah, firstly, like in terms of price-wise, generally they are much cheaper compared to other food available in hawker centers and whatnot.
One thing about this chicken rice that I noticed is, like, it doesn't have ginger. The moment you have that as a condiment, right, like, to me it brings your chicken rice just up one level already.
Legit question, is it more of a Chinese thing? Because generally I've been to chicken rice stalls run by Malay makcis or pakcik. They didn't have any ginger or not.
And nothing too special about the chili. The rice is not bad. Could be more flavorful. Chicken, not the driest, but can pass.
I think that was the biggest thing I was looking out for, because like most of the time, especially if like school canteens or whatnot, form the chicken rice, or rather the chicken on the chicken rice might be like tougher or drier. But this one, not too bad lah.
I mean, I think like Troy was saying here, it's really just
I feel like it gets the job done.
Oil.
essentialist meal. Here we have the Korean bibimbap. Let's break up the egg. Oh, this is a lot of rice.
I think the rice is a bit much.
I'll please try harder. Just from looking at the proportion of rice to liao, a bit too much difference. I don't know, from the bibimbap experiences that I had in Korea, right, actually the rice, I would say it's like half-half. This one looks like 3/4, 1/4. It tastes quite flavorful like throughout the dish.
Is the rice supposed to be like this?
No, I think the rice is a bit overcooked, at least for my liking. We use more liao because I'm going to run out of liao very soon. In the end, I'm okay only. I think probably better than chicken rice, as in terms of like the shiokness of it. Could have more liao, could be a little bit more saucy. Because in bibimbap, it's really quite packed full of like a lot of different kind of veggies.
Yeah, in uni, considering that context, because earlier there was someone who mentioned there's Spike's Bim Bim. Maybe I would imagine it's a cheaper alternative, something you want to try out, or like in a rush or whatnot. I would imagine the queues here will be shorter. You can give it a try, it's not too bad lah.
We are done with our dishes, so we are on to canteen number 2. This is a separate story about the canteen. But like, let us know in the comments, right? So Hafiz, my best Malay friend, is the only person that I know that says like, for example, like Roger 2. They usually use the number 2 to repeat like twice lah.
Please let me know that I'm not alone. Can 2, can. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Ayam penyet.
What's your name? What do you like to eat here?
Oh my god, Sims. Yeah. As you all can see, we are now going to have ice cream and waffles. It's a bit more modernized, with the waffle and stuff like that.
And old school peanut butter and kaya waffles. Nobody recommended this to us. From what we heard from our producer, it was quite hyped about.
And if I'm not wrong, they only opened recently. If you were to talk about my time back then, this one definitely don't have. But this one, I feel maybe it was under a different shop name. But yes, first look, Gerald was describing it so perfectly. Come.
The waffle steam, the ice cream gleam. No, the waffle looks very hot and steaming, right? Then the ice cream is giving off the super cold
dry ice
icicles. Shall we try before the ice cream melts?
Of course. To introduce the flavors, we did have with speculoos ice cream and Hokkaido milk ice cream. If I'm not wrong, there's also a little chocolate drizzle on top. Speculoos is nice, not speculating.
You can confirm.
One thing I appreciate is, even though speculoos flavor, right, immediately assume it's going to be damn cow or damn sweet. For this one, it's not lah. I think some people might prefer that, but
it's
personally, I prefer something lighter. What did Troy say just now? Gets the job done.
Oh, it was very nice. Crispy. Inside, it's quite chewy. It's not too fluffy.
I like.
Quite short.
Okay, so
I kind of noticed you recommended to get the kaya and peanut butter combo.
The inexperienced waffle tasters might seem like a very odd combination. The next time you all buy waffle like this, right? Wow, somehow this peanut butter is not like the normal smooth peanut butter. Well, now I'm a bit scared because I've never eaten with chunky peanut butter. But yes, to be safe, if it's a smooth peanut butter and kaya, solid. Chunky peanut butter and kaya, we will find out.
But waffle is very good. You can see why people hype over it. Definitely can find any like outside waffle.
Worth the price.
Oh, actually it's good. It's the chewy kind. Just for me, I wouldn't get the combo.
Yeah. Anything else you want to dish out? You happy about?
I think those are people that choose this kind of combo. Something a bit iffy or a bit suspicious about them.
And the thing you love stabs you in the heart.
The thing you call me, I'm just object to you.
No, I'm talking about the waffle.
Objectify me.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the waffle. But it's an acquired taste, huh? So if you all taste it, you don't like it,
So
it's quite. But maybe if you eat it like this. Eh. Oh, so messy. Goes back. I'm not convinced.
About?
I'll get you a smooth peanut butter and kaya. See if it's different. The peanut butter hit you first. You know, visual representation come.
It's the peanut butter. It's the kaya. Peanut butter, you first.
And
then kaya?
Choo choo. And the peanut butter come in uppercut.
I don't think it's a bad combo if you have like a sweet tooth, which you need to have to eat like this kind of like waffle spread kind of food. But I think the mixture is just objective whether it's like super nice or like okay only. And to me, it's okay only. Okay, so we finished all your recommendations. Hafiz, do you have any thoughts about the food?
First and foremost, I'm just super full. Okay, so to compare to my experience back then when I was a student here, I think in terms of variety of halal food, still the same for the food courts lah, at least, or rather like for the stores within the canteens. There are not that many options.
No, but someone also say.
Yeah, but someone did mention that the variety of halal food here is not as extensive as they would like it to be. So yeah, can consider. And then, but price-wise, I think definitely there will be a bit of price hike lah, as in inflation and everything. Still relatively affordable for uni student prices. What about you? How was your experience? I know you've eaten like nearby NTU, there's some of the food courts outside, but how about in NTU?
I would say some of the food quite unique. The one thing that legit I was quite blown away by is the Malay yong tau foo, or just like the yong tau foo, the fried yong tau foo. The sauce is something special. Like, where to find?
Like I mentioned earlier, there's a reason why she's been around for 10 years. If I were to recommend it, I feel like it's a useless recommendation because anyone in NTU will probably already know about it. I feel that's how good and popular it is.
For an outsider,
okay?
suddenly like, okay, you bring your outside TSL friend, me, to
outside TSL best Chinese friend.
Must be outside. Must be outside. I would say that that's a very good recommendation to like outsiders.
I think they're gonna add an outside counter somewhere.
Like outside the frame. Some of the other dishes, as in quite standard, but I'm quite surprised that you can even find like banh mi, that kind of here. It's quite a nice addition to be able to have that. I mean, like you mentioned for halal one, maybe I would prefer there are more halal options. Then I can eat more places with you and not just always
eating
the
me.
Quad Cafe. What?
On the bigger picture, the canteens have been renovated. I think even at some of the plazas, like the North Spine Plaza we were at, there were quite a number of newer stores and everything. So maybe in terms of the food landscape, yes, it has changed a bit here and there. Not too bad food options. Okay, and with that, we would like to conclude this episode of Locals Recommend. Thank you NTU students for helping us out in our journey today.
And wise words to live by. Live by Troy.
2, 1. It gets the job done.
Thank you for watching this episode of Locals Recommend.
And if you like this video, do catch our other videos over there. And do comment down below what other schools you would like us, and by us, I mean 2 of us, to go to next. And with that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Goodbye. Bye.